If you travel frequently, you might believe that you have seen a great deal already. Instead of disappointing you, we're here to show you some places that are hard for even us to believe exist. What are the top 10 most unbelievable places that actually exist? In this video, we'll highlight some of them. Number 10. Mauritius Underwater Waterfall. Mauritius is renowned for its beautiful beaches and pristine ocean. Still, the southwest corner of the island is home to an incredible phenomenon. It looks like a waterfall that is submerged. Contrary to appearances, this area of flowing water is only an optical illusion caused by the structure of the seafloor. The island is situated at the edge of an ocean shelf that is no deeper than 500 feet, but shortly after, it descends to a depth of nearly 2.5 miles. In fact, the underwater waterfall you're witnessing is made up of sand particles that the current is pushing over. Number 9. New Zealand's Glowworm Caves. While New Zealand is undoubtedly one of the most beautiful countries on Earth, there are a number of amazing caves hidden away behind the country's deep valleys, mountain range peaks, and glaciers. Targeting prey is the purpose of the biology produced in the abdomens of the insects. It is the outcome of a chemical reaction between a lucifer molecule and an enzyme. It produces one of the most breathtaking natural sights on Earth. When thousands of glowworms are active, the underground boat ride is amazing. Number 8. China's Tianzi Mountains. The Tianzi Mountains in China's Hunan province, which span an area of about 17,000 acres, are among the world's most unusual mountain formations. About 400 million years ago, they first emerged from the earth and are composed of quartz sandstone. Reaching a peak elevation of 3,976 feet, these narrow mountains are the result of subsequent rock breakdown. They have the name of a farmer who, claiming to be the son of heaven, rose up in rebellion against an oppressive government. When hidden in clouds, the mountains take on a mystical quality. It's also not surprising that they served as the model for mountain getaways in motion pictures such as Avatar. They rank among the most popular travel spots in the area. Number 7. United States Grand Prismatic Spring. The largest hot spring in the United States is located in Yellowstone National Park and is a sight to behold with its vibrant colors. It's about 370 feet wide, larger than a football field. It is also deep enough at least 160 feet to accommodate a 10-story structure. Its floor has a crack through which the spring is fed, releasing up to 560 gallons of water into it per minute. It is therefore encircled by such vivid rings. The presence of microbes that develop in hot environments is what gives the color. You'll also see reds, oranges, yellows, greens, and blues depending on the season. Number 6. Venezuela's Mount Roraima. It almost seems impossible for anything to have a rigid design because we are so accustomed to seeing naturally occurring formations with irregular shapes. However, Mount Roraima in Venezuela isn't just any mountain. Surrounding its 12 square mile summit are cliffs that rise to a height of 1,300 feet, forming a nearly square shape. It is actually on the tri-point border of Brazil, Guyana, and Venezuela, and local belief dates back a long way. It is said by the Payman and Capone tribes to be the stump of a massive tree that formerly produced all of the world's fruits and vegetables. Furthermore, a number of stories, such as the Lost World, have been influenced by the seemingly difficult cliffs. Number 5. Senegal's Lake Retba. Lake Retba is a unique lake located on the northwest coast of Africa, approximately 18 miles northeast of Dakar, the capital of Senegal. Because of its exceptionally high salt content, Dunaliella salina, which are bright red in color and give the water a pink hue, can grow there in perfect conditions. The unusual color is much more noticeable from November through June, which is the region's dry season. The magenta bushes that envelop its shores further intensify the effect. Thousands of people depend on fishing the waters and extracting and selling the salt deposits, making the lake a significant economic hub as well. The catches made here are not quite comparable to those made in other lakes. Number 4. China's Red Beach. There are many amazing geographical sites in China. However, none may be as unexpected as Panjin's Red Beach. It's near the mouth of the Panjin-Shanghai Sea River, where very few plant species can thrive due to the extremely alkaline soil. The deep red salsa is one that does especially well, which explains why the area looks so amazing. Because Mars was once thought to be covered in crimson plants, it was believed to be red. And that's definitely how the beach at Panjin would have looked if that had been the case. Red Beach is the world's largest wetland area because of the variety of plants that grow along its shores. Additionally, the entire region is a protected area of natural interest, along with the largest reed marsh in Asia. More than 260 different bird species, as well as over 400 other species, call it home, including the uncommon red crown cream and black-mouthed eagles. Number 3. Poland's the Crooked Forest. The Crooked Forest, located deep within a forest close to Grafino, Poland, is a phenomenon that has baffled scientists and tourists alike since it was first observed. For some reason, an estimated 400 pine trees have grown considerably differently than usual. They are believed to have been planted in the 1930s when Germany still occupied the area. The reason this has occurred and why only these 400 trees have experienced it is unknown. However, there are a few theories. One explanation is that it is the product of human design, possibly as a result of a tool used during their initial planting. Alternatively, it's possible that when they were still developing, all of them were exposed to an unusual weather event, like a snowstorm. There are no records to back up either theory. We'll never know for sure, but it's quite possible. Number 2. Madagascar's stone forest. Most people agree that Madagascar has an exceptionally high level of biodiversity. However, its geographical features are just as remarkable. The stone forest in the Singing National Park was once a lagoon that was raised above the water's surface by tectonic action. Limestone deposits developed on the bed during this time, hundreds of millions of years ago. The result is the largest formation of its kind in the world, a series of towers with canyons between them created by groundwater erosion that created caves that later collapsed. Its name, which prohibits walking barefoot, serves as a suitable warning. Some of these pillars reach heights of 2,600 feet, and their sharp edges can easily sever flesh or machinery, therefore need to be handled with extreme caution. Number 1. Mauritania's Richet structure. The Richet structure, a strange formation in the desert rock near the small town in Mauritania, is also known as the Eye of Africa. With a diameter of 25 miles, the inverse dome has revealed several rock layers that resemble concentric rings. Amazingly, it's difficult to see from ground level, despite being one of the easiest natural structures to see from space. Furthermore, you most likely wouldn't notice anything unusual about it from the surroundings if you were there. Since its discovery in the 1930s, scientists have been debating how exactly it was formed. Initially, they thought it was impact damage from a stone, but this theory has been ruled out by the lack of evidence for extremely heated rocks. Rather, it is the result of softer rock being eroded over millions of years. That was most likely deposited when the area was submerged. It's still unclear why this occurred in such a circular manner. There is evidence that humans have lived in this area for hundreds of thousands of years, and some of the ridges and valleys follow the concentric lines of the Richet structure. Unusual spheres and tools from the Stone Age have been discovered among the ancient objects. None, however, have been discovered at the base of this depression, ruling out the idea that this was a simple mine of some kind. There are calls to declare the structure a protected site because the rock is so delicate. This will allow it to be studied for many years to come and maybe unlock some of the mysteries surrounding the creation of this strange place. You'll be planning your next trip in no time after reading this list of amazing but real locations worldwide. Where will you go first? For more engaging content, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and leave your responses in the comments section.